Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Malin Havefjell, and in this video I will try to explain in English how you file your income tax return if you have run a business as a sole trader here in Sweden. We will start by going to the tax agency's website, skatteverket.se, and here you click on the Logga in button here right up in the corner. And you sign in with your electronic ID. And then you enter to call My Pages, Mina sidor, and you can choose here to log in as your company. So this video is mainly for you who run, it's only for you who run a business as a sole trader, because I will guide you through how you file that attachment that you need to add to your income tax return as a sole trader. That is called the NE attachment, NE-bilaga. To be able to file this, you need to have completed your bookkeeping and done your annual report. So this video is only to like a guide through how you file your NE attachment and the income tax return. So first of all, we are now on My Pages at the tax agency's website, and here you can see where you will click like to come to the e-service for the income tax return. But perhaps you want to see the numbers, what the tax agency already has, what kind of information they already have about you. And then I suggest that you scroll down a little bit here and go to the taxes and declarations like skatter and deklarationer, because here on this page you can find the income tax return as a PDF file. So click on this one, download it to your computer, put it on another screen, or if you want to print it out as a paper, and there you see all the information that the tax agency already have about you, that they have collected from others. So if you also have been working as an employee during the year, here you will also find the information, what salary was and what like your employer has told the tax agency about you, and what the banks have told the tax agency about you, because the income tax return is a way for the tax agency to ask you, is this information that we have about you, is it correct? So now it's time for you to say, yes, it is. And if you have run a business as a sole trader, tax agency can't ask anyone else about what the income and the expenses have been in your company except you. So now we need to add the information about your business as well to this income tax return. So we go to the e-service, Inkomstdeklaration 1 here, income tax return 1. And this e-service is built like a step through. So if you go through all these in the correct order, in the end, you will have filed your income tax return. So we do them in the way they are printed here, and you can also see it is the same here. And we also see here that the tax agency wants you to add more information before you actually can file your income tax return. So here it says you have attachments to file to complete as well. We can also see that up here that there are attachments that is not finished. So before anything else, you just want to check the information that others have already sent to the tax agency about you, so check that those are correct. And when you are happy with that, you move further here to the attachments. So we click on that one. And here we see what the tax agency expects you to send in. And in this example person, we see that this person has also sold share. They also have sold stocks. We will not look at that one. We will go to this one, the sole trader business, so we can file the NE attachments. So we click on this one. And now we're in that kind of attachment, and we are first mainly in the common information. And here we the tax agency wants us to tell what kind of business you have been running. So we need to type that here. And you can also see that if there are this little star, the asterisk, on a field that is mandatory, so you need to add something in the box where this is visible. So here we write what kind of business you have been running. And then you also need to file what kind of financial year this was. If you have been running your company the whole year, this is the calendar year. But if this perhaps is the first year you're running this company, then you need to change the financial year. And so we click on this one and we add starting date and the finish date. Then we scroll down a little bit, and they also want to know how you did your annual report. Did you use the rules for a simplified annual report? Then you click yes. And they also want to know if you have used any help. Did you have help with a bookkeeper, accountant, or something like that? Then you click yes here. Or if you have done it yourself, then you click no. And this video is not using somebody who have helped you. So if you are only using this video, then you click no here. And then you need to file some other information as well. For example, if you have used your own car in the company and you have deducted your income with the expenses for that car, then you need to tell how much that was. So in this example, it was 1,043 Swedish kronor. That is a cost in the bookkeeping. So if you have used your own car in the company, then you can only deduct the costs with 18.50 kronor per Swedish mile. And when I do this video, it's for the financial year of 2022. So that is this number, 18.50. If you're looking at this video, say in the future now, so for 2023, they have this number is higher, so then it's 25 Swedish kronor instead. But now, so make sure, just look, okay, what is the number here? So that is the number you can deduct your expenses with. So the tax agency want to know, have you done anything like that? I will move further here. So there was nothing else to file here for this company. So we just click save. And then we come to the next part, and that is the balance sheet and the profit or loss report. If you have done your annual report, your simplified annual report in the e-service that the tax agency also have, then you can just click here on the fetch button, and all the numbers from your annual report will be magically filed here. If you haven't done it in the e-service, you just look at your annual report and you print the number, type the numbers from your annual report here. And when that is done, we can go back to the main page of the NE attachment, and we see that just in the common information, status finished, and the balance sheet report and the profit or loss report is also status finished. So what's only left now is the tax adjustments. So we click on that one. So if you don't have done anything wrong, but if you don't need to change anything in your bookkeeping, do any kind of tax adjustments, then you only need to scroll down to this part where you calculate the social security fees for your income. So if you have a profit in your company, then you can deduct your profit with this for the social security fees. So just check this little box and the e-service will calculate this for you. So you don't need to remember, okay, how high was the rate, the amount that I was allowed to deduct my income with. You just click here, this button. Oh, sorry. You just click here and the e-service will calculate this for you. And then you click on the summon button here, and the e-service will also calculate the profit or loss in your company. And it will also magically move those numbers to the correct spot in the main page of your income tax returns. You don't need to understand, okay, which go where. So now we just click save. Now we see that the status here is finished. And we can also see that all the attachments that the tax agency wanted us to file, they are finished as well. So let's move further. Here we have changes. If you have anything you need to change from what others have sent to you, then you add it here. We go to this tax where we calculate tax. So you click here on the next here, and then this e-service will calculate, they will calculate the tax on all the numbers that is now filed in your income tax return. So if the tax agency don't want to change anything or so, then you know this is the actual tax that you need to pay. So this is just a preliminary tax, but it is very, very close to what it will actually be. So if the tax agency don't want to change anything, will be the tax for you that you can calculate here. If you have tax to get back, if you have paid too much tax during the year, just check that you have the correct bank account here. So they will pay out to the correct bank account. The next thing here is that they want to have some kind of contact information for you. This is not mandatory, so you can choose if you want to add some contact information, or if you just think that, oh no, I like to get a mail in the mailbox if they want any information from me. I would say, if you want to add some contact information, only add your email then. If you add any phone numbers here, then that means that you invite the tax agent to give you a call whenever they want to. But perhaps not during the night, because then they don't work during night. But what happens now when you have filed your income tax return is that your income tax return will go through like a computer system where they check your numbers and see if anything looks strange, and if anything looks strange in their opinion, then your income tax return will be sent to a tax agent's mailbox, and then they have like a mailbox with, let's say, 200 different taxpayers' income tax returns, so they will start working these. So in the end, it can be so that you get the tax agent contact you like in September or in October or something like that, because that is when they have come to your income tax return in their box. Perhaps, I guess, that you don't remember in half a year what you have written here in your income tax return. I guess you also need to look in your papers to remember, okay, what have I done? What was it? So if you just enter your email here, then they can just send you an email. Please, we want to contact you. And then you can also have the time to prepare, because the tax agent, they have prepare themselves before they give you the call, like for, say, half an hour to look into your numbers. They know all your numbers when they call you. When you answer the phone, perhaps you're in the grocery store or you're sitting in a meeting or something like that, and you don't have your numbers there in your head right there. So my advice is that you only add your email here if you want to add some kind of contact information, or you leave it blank. This is what I think is a fair game, because then you can also have the time to prepare yourself. This is my opinion. I know my last employer, the tax agency, doesn't like this opinion, because they want everyone to add their phone numbers here. So if you just click save here without adding any contact information, they will ask you once again, please, can we have your contact information? You don't need to send that in. So we can just click here, send in the income tax return. And here you have the information that you have typed in, that is filed, that is in your income tax return. And you can see here is the main page of the income tax return, and here you also see the attachments. So look at those and make sure that numbers are correct. And when you have done that, you click in this box, and then you click on the next one here, and you get your electronic ID, and you sign the income tax return, and then you have the receipt that the income tax return is now filed to the tax agency. If you have money to pay to the tax agency, you will get some information here, how to pay, the amount, what account number you need to pay for, and also the OCR numbers that you need to attach to the payment, so tax agency know that this is your money. So now we have filed the income tax return with for a sole trader. If you think this was really easy, and thank you so much for this video, just give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe also to my channel and tell others that, oh, this video was really helpful. If you still need help, maybe you haven't done your annual report yet, and you don't know where to find all these numbers that needs to be typed in the different fields, please then you can contact me, and you do that the easiest way by going to my website, www.havefjall.se, and there you can also book a meeting if you want that, and also see my other online courses that I have. So I hope this video helped you to get a better view of how to file your income tax return as a sole trader here in Sweden. And as I said, subscribe to the channel, tell others about this video, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.